right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at GMS. Peace, honor, respect to you, brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, rightly dividing the word in truth and sincerity. And Shalom to you believers out there, the Aki and Wa Akwath. Yeah. So, what I want to get into real quick, fellas, we going to get our real women in the kingdom, all right? We will get our real women in the kingdom, not on this side, all right? Isaiah 4:1, brothers going to have women, but best believe that's going to be why. When all hell break loose, everything down, then the woman get humbled. It won't be really real in a sense, all right? Now, if it don't apply, let it fly. If you at home, you got you a nice woman, y'all been together 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I'm not talking to you. But the majority of us Israelite men, we don't have real women. And some of you that have women think you got real women until shit hits the fan. But we will get our real women in the kingdom. They're going to be in order, all right? Watch this video. I'm not going to even, I got a couple scriptures, all right? Because really, right now, our women, majority is our enemies. And I really, I remember when I first came into truth and I used to hear the apostles and brothers going on a woman, and I understood it off the rip. But sometimes I used to think like, is they going too hard? But the more and more you get in the truth and you deal with women, because, I dealt with women before the truth. So I already knew how they got down. But being in the truth give you a different perspective of what type of women you should really be dealing with. That comes with being in the truth, and that comes with experience with dealing with women, and that comes with age, all right, for the most part, as far as age and experience. Because some cats be 60 and they still, and we men, sometimes you can fall for a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? But with age and experience, you tend to learn like, okay, it's just not sex. When you 18, it's just going to be like, oh, she look good and boom. But when you 28, 38, 48, you realize like, I need me a woman to do this and bring this to the table, bring this to the situation. All right. It's not just about box. All right. So we will get our real women in the kingdom. All right. Because the average Israelite woman is a whore. She's not trained to be a wife, all right? It tells us, Amos 7:17 says what? Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. What is a harlot? A hoe, a different way of saying a hoe. And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. What is going on? That's what happened to a lot of Israelite men, young YNs, and even Israelite women. They fall by the sword, all right? And thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, okay? And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land, all right? And these things have happened. These things are happening, okay? The point is, our wives, our women, should be harlots in the city. Majority of Israelite women dress scantily clad. Majority of Israelite women have had multiple partners. Majority of Israelite women are not raised to be wives, even by their fathers, even men. You'll have men, what do? They raise their daughters to be independent, just like the mother do, all right? They raise their daughters to not need a nigga. They don't tell them, oh, go in the kitchen. Again, not all, but the majority. I've never heard a father tell his daughter, get in the kitchen with the mother because you're going to be a wife. Learn how to do this so you can be a wife. I never heard a father say that. You know what I heard fathers say? Get your own money so you don't need a man, all right? Get an education, get a good job so you don't need a man. That's what I hear majority fathers say to their daughters, all right? Because men are bred to be men. Men, When you bred, your mother, your father, they teach you open the door for the woman, your mother especially, or your father tell you, hey, you got to be a man and provide and yada yada, and you need to do it, but they never train the woman. This is why when the woman come up, she don't know how to be a wife, all right, because she's not learning it from her mother, and she's not hearing it from her father as well, all right. The father is not training his daughter up to be a good wife for a man, all right. When you take a look at Coming to America, when the father was talking to King Joffrey, he said, my daughter, I forgot the whole conversation, but paraphrasing, he basically told the king his daughter was raised to be a wife for his son, all right, which our women are not, all right. This is why they can't pair bind multiple partners. They can't pair bind, all right. So we will get our real women in the kingdom. Micah 7:10, KJV. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it. Who is your enemy? Who don't want to see you in rulership? The Israelite woman. All right. Other nations of women don't really want to see it as well, because we are under the curses and we are at the bottom of the barrel. But the Israelite woman don't want to see you in power, because I heard a brother say it. They know when the so-called black man or Israelite man period is in power, it's stricter rules, all right? Then when Esau is in power, see, Esau the serpent, he told Eve, he conned her into the way of feminism, all right? Getting her away, he gave her that doctrine, all right? And now, all the way till now, Eve have been what? She's drunk off Babylon juice. That's why another reason she can't be a wife. All right, a girl told me the other day at work, it's easier. She was like, you can ask any woman, it's easier to to go to work. And this chick, she worked 2 jobs. She said it's easier to work than to maintain the home. And I'm thinking like, I'm not saying it's just going to be easy, especially when the kids is involved, but if you and your husband stay at home and you clean the home and cook, well, the house shouldn't get dirty like that if your man is working. Let's say your man work 5 days a week, all right? He come home, he take off his clothes, he throw it in the trash bin. It depends on what type of man you got. But so I'm thinking like, so you mean to tell me working 2 jobs, that means working 12, 14 hours a day, is easier than maintaining the home? In 2025, where women can drive, you don't even have to be in the home all day. All right. You're not going to have to be Susie homemaker every day and clean. You shouldn't have to clean the whole house every day, if you get what I'm saying. It's certain things you might have to do. Dishes, cook. You mean to tell me that's easier than working 14 hours a day at a job? I don't know. I mean, hey, if a female hear this video, leave a comment. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if you believe that maintaining a home is way harder than going to work. All right. Whether you got kids or not. I know with kids involved, yeah, you got to watch kids. You got babies. You might, I understand that. But I mean, 12, 14 hours a day work. I mean, you got a kid again, any women, feel free. It says, then she that is my enemy, all right, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the street. Yeah, because you women who bought into the serpent doctrine, Esau, Edom doctrine, you going to be put to shame. The Israelite woman gonna be put to shame, because you the one that was conned into getting further away from your man versus the other nations. This is why you have the lowest marriage rate, the highest divorce rate. Okay, because you don't understand. We're under the curses. The woman don't understand that the man can have more than one woman. So a lot of divorce come from the woman thinking that the man is cheating. All right, because a man, he might have a woman, but he gonna want other women. That's just the way it is. All right. So a lot of divorce is off of the woman saying, "Well, he cheated on me." So, but no, like it all go back to the scriptures. Now understanding the scriptures while we in this conniption right now, in this cluster, right now, But again, the Israelite woman is an enemy because she's under the mental possession of the serpent, which is our enemy, which is Esau Edom. She's under Esau Edom rule. All right, who got the power and the money got the woman, and he got the woman. He got the minds of our women, which make her an enemy off the rip. All right, majority. Okay, they don't like a confident. They'll say they do, but they'll say, "Oh, we want a real man, confident, this, that." But when they come across it, then it's gonna be toxic masculinity from majority of the women, man. All right, you get one of these, especially these African women in different countries. If they haven't been Americanized, they pretty much do what you tell them to do. A lot of them. All right, I done dealt with African women who, they want you to be a man. They ain't gonna, they're the ones that's not Americanized, especially. Yeah, they ain't, they gonna listen to their man. All right, but American women, they don't want to do that, especially with a so-called black man. They'll do it more with the Edomite man or the Asian man or the Arabic man or even a Chinaman. But with you, they look down upon you. That's what makes her an enemy. But go back to this video again. It says he lost everything to a woman he thought loved him. Right? The marriage, it's business. It's been business, but it's business, man. It's no love. All right. We're gonna get our real women in the kingdom. All right. Loving, tender. All right. Taking care of the home front. Pleasing you. Okay. A lot of these women, they don't know what men like besides sex. I asked a girl at work the other day, like, you cook? She like, I like my things quick, meaning she want to go out. And I just asked her because I noticed out of all the women that I work with, she never bring lunch. I've never seen her bring something cooked from home. She always eating out. All right. Little younger chick, but I asked her and she like, nah. And men still love a home cooked meal. All right. They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's still true, man. A man still love a real feminine woman, a woman who can cook. And I could cook for myself. That's what I'm thinking. But I love me a girl that can burn. That's gonna be a turn on to me. All right, like, oh, I like, your woman can throw down in the kitchen. That's, what I'm saying. I don't need you to cook. I'm gonna want you to cook, but I don't need you to cook because I can cook myself, and I do a pretty good job of it. But a woman who can burn, I still like that. A woman who can get in there, chop up some ingredients, make some recipes, even bake, all of that. A man still love the simple things like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's more to it, but men, the testosterone go up when a woman is real feminine, because you got a lot of women who say, well, when I find a man who can make me feminine. No, if you feminine, you feminine. It ain't about finding no man who can make you feminine. If you feminine, you're feminine. It doesn't matter what type of man you come across. You're gonna be feminine. That's the thing. The man is not gonna make you feminine. You're already gonna be feminine, and it's gonna force him to be even more masculine. All right, because he's gonna sense the feminine, not feminist, but he's gonna sense your feminine energy, and it's gonna increase his masculine energy. All right. Instead, women is more masculine, so it make the man it's a tug of war because you not gonna be able to be more masculine than a man unless he just real weak and feminine. All right, and it's just not gonna happen with a real masculine dude, with a real man. All right, y'all gonna bump heads, and then if he's real mad, he gonna tell you to get lost. You gonna be gone. So that's why a lot of is not a lot of marriages because the woman had taken a masculine thing and she think, well, these I gotta do it because no, just because you work and do that don't mean you know it's women at work that's feminine. You that don't you guys have taken on a doctrine. That's what it is. All right, even when they go back to Willie Lynch, when you read that, they learn how to breed, the woman, so how she can breed. They learn how to train a woman where when she have the son and the daughter, she breed them kind of opposite in a way. All right, that's why if you ever dated a chick and she got a son and a daughter, she a single mom. You notice she always let that son get away with the murder, but the daughter, she on the daughter, and she tell the daughter to be strong and this and that, but the son, she want a baby and all of that. You gotta kind of tell her like, and she don't want you, for the most part, to get in his ass because she want to baby him, but she getting her daughter ass. So, you know, it's like, and that's a whole nother story. But yeah, man, fellas, brothers, we gonna get our real women in the kingdom. I just want to bring this out. Especially for younger brothers, man, just hold on tight. Again, if it don't apply, let it fly. All right, Lord willing, it was edifying to the next lesson. Shalom.